Matt Artisan here, and today I'm going to give you 3 simple steps that you can use to approach beautiful women anywhere at any time, and it paints you in the most attractive light possible so that you can appear to be really confident. You don't have to pretend to be somebody you're not, or memorize any lines or routines, or come off as some weird pickup guy.
Is there enough room for some mayonnaise in this lady sandwich?
So here's the deal. Most dating coaches and pickup coaches out there, they focus on what to do, what you're saying, how you're standing. It's do this, say that. None of that really matters. What you say, not that important. I can go up to a woman and say, hi. I don't even know what to say right now.
I forgot what I was gonna say. You're so cute. My mind went blank.
And she can start giggling, start laughing, and be attracted right away. And it has nothing to do with looks. You might say, oh, well, he's a good-looking guy. And I say thank you to that.
You have amazing eyes.
Ah, thank you. You're so sweet.
But we also have a lot of not so good-looking clients who have amazing results. Because the thing is, what you say and what you do is not that important. What is important is how you're being in that moment. That's what really matters. Your vibe, your energy, how you're coming across, what you're thinking, how you're feeling. Women have what's called diffuse awareness, which means they pick up on everything. They're noticing all the little details in their environment, and when you approach them, they're picking up on all the little subtle cues that you're giving off that are either showing confidence and certainty or insecurities, shame, things like that. So you can have the best pickup line in the world.
Evening. I'm looking forward to the doctor being in.
But it's not really gonna matter at all if you're walking up to her with all this doubt in your mind. And on the flip side, you could say pretty much nothing and walk up to her with certainty, belief in yourself, and just radiate confidence and charisma, and it can work really well. One of my favorite things to say is just, hi, I'm Matt. Who are you? Simple as that.
Hi.
Hi.
I'm Matt. I didn't say my name, did I?
You didn't. No, how rude of you.
It's Mateo in Espanol.
Nothing special about that, except for the sub-communications that she's picking up on. What kind of trouble are you girls getting into now?
We're going to Taylor Swift.
Right now?
Oh, yeah.
Today?
Yeah.
Let's go. So let's get into step number 1, which is so important because none of the other steps are gonna even happen if you don't do step number 1. So your first way of being is being bold. I know it sounds simple, but it's crucial, and it's really one of the hardest steps for most guys, is because they see a beautiful woman and then they hesitate, they second guess themselves, they get in their head instead of just stepping into boldness. It's like a minor act of courage. You gotta walk up to her.
Sorry, I'm late. Hi, I'm Matt.
Because nothing's gonna happen if you don't walk up to her. Don't be like one of those guys who just catcalls women and hoping that they're gonna walk over to her. It never happens. In fact, in the history of the human race, I don't think a woman has ever been catcalled and then was like, oh, me? Oh, okay. Yes, I would like to talk to you, and walks up to the guy. Doesn't happen. And the easiest way to get yourself to actually be bold and approach her is to stop thinking about the whole thing, that you have to have a conversation and say all these things and get her attracted to you and get her phone number and blah, 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 blah. Makes it sound really hard, even though it's not really hard. Is just think of the first step, which is literally taking a step. You see a beautiful woman, instead of thinking, okay, I gotta do all these things, just say, okay, I'm just gonna walk towards her. Maybe I won't even talk to her. Let's just walk towards her, see if she's cute, see if I like her. And then when you get to her, then you can decide if you want to talk to her or not.
Excuse me, real quick.
I call it the no pressure approach, because you're really taking all the pressure away. You're not saying, oh, I gotta do all this stuff, I gotta say all these things. You're just saying, no, I'm gonna go walk towards her. And then if she's cute, then you say one thing, which we'll get into next. Basically, the point is you can bail at any moment. I remember when I was about 5 or 6 years old, my mom took me to Disneyland, and we were waiting in line for Magic Mountain, and I was screaming and crying because I was scared to go on. And so she just told me, all you gotta do is wait in line for 30 minutes and then decide once you get to the top if you want to ride the ride or not. Just see the ride and see what it's all about. Just, check it out and then decide. And then, of course, once I got to the top, still pretty scared, but somehow she talked me into it. The point is, she gave me an option to take the chicken exit. So all you gotta do is a little bit of boldness. You don't have to focus on the whole thing and ride the entire ride. Just focus on the first step, which is waiting in line. When it comes to women, it's taking a step towards them. It's walking towards them and then saying something. It might just be introducing yourself or telling her that she's absolutely gorgeous, which brings me into step number 2. Be honest. Be honest. What's the real reason you're going over there to talk to her?
I don't usually do this, but I just thought you were absolutely adorable.
Oh, thank you.
I had to at least say hi.
Oh, thank you.
Hi.
Is it to ask her for directions? Do you guys know how to get to know you? Is it to ask her if she can help you decide on something to buy your niece? Probably not. You're probably attracted to her. And most guys think they need to hide that fact, which is absurd when you think about it. When you walk up to her and you give her a compliment, you tell her, look, I saw you over there and I had to come over and meet you because you are absolutely gorgeous.
You're really pretty.
Thank you very much.
I had to meet you.
How much is that gonna turn her on? That you had the courage to say exactly what you think and feel, that you didn't have to hide your intention. It shows so much confidence that you believe she would be attracted to you, because most guys, they hide their intentions because they don't think the woman would actually be interested in them. So they have to use some like covert way to try to get their foot in the door, which women know anyways. Plus, women are really good at reading your intentions. So if you use some backhanded way to approach her, some indirect beating around the bush method, some pickup line that you heard somewhere, a popular one used to be, do you like horses? Because you remind me of this girl from high school. She loved horses and blah, 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 blah. It was all bullshit. And women can read that you're full of crap. And guess what? It's a complete turnoff. When you can't just own your attraction towards her and you have to lie, essentially. You just can't own up to being a man. That's such a turnoff. But when you can just be completely honest and just tell her, yeah, I'm a man, you're a woman, and I'm attracted to you.
I just thought you were really pretty.
Thank you.
And I want to get your sister's permission to ask you out.
You don't necessarily have to say it like that, but that's the underlining context. She's gonna absolutely love that. Even if she's way better looking than you. You might not be a very good looking guy and she could be drop dead gorgeous, but when you walk up to her with that type of confidence and certainty in your vibe and in your mannerisms, it shows her that you expect her to like you. It shows her that you date women of her caliber. And if you're not a good looking guy, then that shows her you must have all these other things going for yourself. She's not sure what yet, but she's thinking, wow, this guy has such courage to approach me, this, gorgeous model or whatever. It can really impress her. In fact, I have a friend who's very short.
This is my buddy Ike.
Hi, nice to meet you.
He's just a little over 5 feet tall, and he'd walk up to 6 foot tall women, 6 foot plus, and he would tap them on their heels with his foot, and they would look down and be like, what? Oh, and see this shorter man there, and he would just be confidently looking up in their eyes and say whatever he is gonna say. I think it was something like, you must be shorter than me if you took off those heels, or something like that. And they'd be kind of confused at first, because like, why is this short guy so confident, thinking tall woman like me would be attracted to him? But it becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy. Because as the saying goes, what you believe, you can achieve. So just own it, man. You're attracted to women. You don't need to hide it. You don't need to pretend. Just go up to her and tell her the truth, the real reason that you're approaching her. And that will absolutely make her day and show her how confident you really are. I just thought you were absolutely gorgeous.
Thank you.
And I had to say hi. And then the third step has to do with the conversation. You've just told her that she's gorgeous and you had to come over and meet her, and then hopefully you introduce yourself. Now, what do? You gotta have a conversation with her. Well, it's very simple. You just need to be curious about her. Who is she? What is she all about? Would she fit in your world or not? Does she qualify for somebody that you would want to date? Stop thinking long-term like, do I want a girlfriend or not? Just think, do you want to go on a date with this girl or not? That's it.
Quickly tell me one cool thing about it. Really?
And then that's the whole mission of the approach. It's to make her day and then find out if she's cool. Find out if you want to take things further. As simple as that. That might involve asking her some questions, some qualification questions to see what she's all about. You might make some assumptions about her, and she might correct you and say, no, I'm not that type of person. I'm this type of person. But the point is, all you gotta do is be curious about her. That's it. Now, I don't mean just be curious about everything about her and ask her 50 million questions in a row and interrogate her. That's not fun for her at all. I mean, be curious if she fits in your world. Like, you're not sure about her yet. Yeah, she's gorgeous, but so what? Looks fade. You want to find out if there's inner beauty as well. This is going to help you come off as more of a challenge in an authentic way. You're really curious about her. You're really hoping she's cool and, you know, would be a good match for you, but you, quite frankly, don't know yet. And think about this, when you walk up to a beautiful woman and you're challenging her and you're like, you know, I don't know anything about you, so I'm gonna put you on the spot right now. Tell me something that makes you cool. Like, what are you all about? What are you passionate about? Tell me one cool thing about you.
What do you love to do? Like, ¿cuál es tu pasión?
That's just an example, by the way. You do not need to copy that. It wasn't even a great example, but it's gonna show her that you have standards. You're not gonna just settle for any beautiful woman. So what? You date beautiful women all the time. By the way, I need a haircut. And what happens is when you have this attitude that you're not sure about her yet, that she can't win you over with just her beauty alone, she becomes more attracted to you because you're so different than all the other guys that she talks to who are won over immediately because she's so beautiful, and they have this energy like, oh, please like me, I'll take you anywhere, I'll do anything for you. You have the opposite. You're like taking a step back and you're kind of looking at her like you're not sure about her yet. And that actually can make her start chasing you. Again, it's not about a certain line or phrase, although a lot of times you're going to be asking her a qualification question because you're qualifying her. You don't know if you want to date her or not. So what? She's cute. A lot of girls are cute. You want to find out if she's cool or if there's anything more than meets the eye. Like, what are you all about? Like, what are you passionate about? And when you do this, you'll see beautiful women start lighting up and start like, oh, you know, start even getting nervous, trying to think of something to say. In essence, they're trying to impress you, which is much better than you trying to impress her. That's gonna have the opposite effect. That's just gonna push her away. That's gonna come off as you trying to brag and cover up your insecurities. Don't do that. Get her to chase you. All right, now that I'm done with my haircut, looking extra sexy, let's go approach some women. But before we do that, there's actually a fourth step. It's very important. Once you've found out what she's all about, I mean, you know, a little bit about her, really, you're not gonna find out that much about her until you go on a date with her. But once you've decided, like, this is a cool girl, I wanna go on a date with her, the fourth step is to go on a date with her. Take things further. You got to lead. So that's step number 4 is lead or be a leader. And go for the phone number, go for social media. Do you have Instagram? What's your phone number? Or best case scenario, go for an instant date right there on the spot. Go grab ice cream, go grab a drink, go grab coffee, and get to know her. We're gonna go on a date. You wanna grab ice cream? Matt. Remember, you always should be leading. It's your job as a man to take things further, to make moves, and to escalate the interaction. We should get a drink.
Just relaxing. Yeah, I mean,
Bring your friend.
I'm done.
And if you want me and my team to help you do this, take you in the field, approach beautiful women with you, role play with models, and actually mic you up and give you feedback on your interactions, then make sure to apply for live training with me and my team. Click the link down in the description or to the right of the screen right now, and hopefully I'll see you at a boot camp soon.